What if everything you thought you knew about Liv Morgan's SmackDown exit was wrong? Stick around because in the next few minutes, we're pulling back the curtain on a story WWE does not want you to know. And trust me, this one hits different. What's up, Wrestling Streams Nation? Welcome back to the channel where we don't just watch wrestling, we investigate it. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button right now because you do not want to miss what we're about to break down today. Cameras don't lie. And one night on SmackDown, the cameras caught something that stopped the wrestling world dead in its tracks. Liv Morgan, one of the most electric superstars on the roster, leaving the arena in tears. No explanation, no promo, no send-off. Just gone. The internet went absolutely wild. Speculation ran rampant. Was it a backstage argument? A creative direction she disagreed with? A real-life falling out with someone in the locker room? Today, we are getting into all of it. We're breaking down the rumors, the reports, the body language, and what insiders have been quietly whispering about for weeks. So buckle up because this story has layers. Let's start with what was actually visible, because context is everything in professional wrestling. Liv Morgan had been riding one of the hottest waves of her entire career. The crowd loved her. The merch was moving. She had a genuine connection with fans that can't be manufactured. That kind of charisma is rare, and WWE knew it. So when the cameras caught her visibly emotional backstage after a SmackDown taping, fans immediately knew something was very wrong. The clip spread across social media within minutes. You could see it on her face. This wasn't kayfabe. This wasn't a worked angle designed to generate buzz. Liv Morgan was genuinely upset, and anyone who's followed her career closely could tell the difference. The question everyone was asking, what actually happened? Here's the thing about WWE: when something goes wrong behind the scenes, the company's first instinct is radio silence. We've seen it time and time again. No official statement. No acknowledgement. Just a quiet pivot in the next week's programming. And that's exactly what happened here. WWE said absolutely nothing. Liv's social media went quiet. No cryptic posts, no tearful Instagram stories, just silence. And in the world of professional wrestling, silence speaks volumes. When a superstar goes quiet on social media after a publicly emotional moment, it usually means one of three things: they've been advised to stay quiet, there's a legal or contractual element involved, or the situation is still actively being resolved behind closed doors. Possibly all three. Now let's get into what the dirt sheets and insider sources have been reporting, because this is where it gets really interesting. Multiple wrestling journalists with verified track records of accurate backstage reporting began circulating stories about tension brewing in the SmackDown locker room in the weeks leading up to that emotional exit. We're not talking about the kind of petty drama you see on reality TV, we're talking about the kind of professional friction that can derail a top star's trajectory if it's not handled carefully. Reports suggest that creative direction had been a serious point of contention. Liv Morgan, by all accounts, is not a superstar who just accepts whatever she's handed. She's been vocal about wanting her character to be authentic. She's pushed for storylines that reflect where she's grown as a performer. And there are people in WWE's creative structure who reportedly were not on the same page. Now, disagreements between talent and creative are not unusual. It happens all the time. But when a superstar of Liv Morgan's caliber feels unheard repeatedly, that frustration builds. And at some point, it boils over. Here's something the takes and hot sports opinions tend to overlook: Liv Morgan is a human being. She's been in WWE since she was a teenager. She's been through developmental, rebranding, near releases, and career reinventions. She fought her way to the top not because doors were open for her, but because she kicked them down herself. That kind of journey leaves marks, and it also builds a deep emotional investment in the work. When you care that much about something, setbacks hit differently. Disagreements cut deeper. And when you feel like the vision you have for yourself isn't being respected by the company that has your career in its hands, that's the kind of thing that brings a strong person to tears in a hallway backstage at a SmackDown taping. This isn't weakness. This is passion. And we should recognize it as such. So where does this leave things? Let's talk possibilities. Scenario 1: this was a temporary boiling point, and WWE and Liv Morgan reach an understanding. Creative gets adjusted, tensions ease, and she returns with a renewed sense of purpose. This is actually the most likely outcome when you look at how much the company has invested in her and how over she is with the audience. Scenario 2: the rift runs deeper than one bad night, and we see a significant absence. WWE has done this before, pulling a talent off TV for weeks or months to allow heat to cool and to renegotiate the terms of a working relationship, both creatively and contractually. Scenario 3, and this is the one fans are most worried about: the disagreements are irreconcilable, and Liv Morgan's time with WWE enters a more uncertain chapter. Given the free agent landscape in professional wrestling right now, with other major promotions actively courting top-tier talent, this option is not as far-fetched as WWE would like fans to believe. Whatever the outcome, one thing is clear: Liv Morgan is too talented, too connected with audiences, and too important to the current product for this story to just quietly disappear. WWE needs her as much as she needs the platform. That's the full breakdown, Wrestling Streams Nation. From what the cameras caught, to the backstage reports, to what it all means for one of WWE's most compelling superstars right now, we've covered it all. Now here's what I want to know: what do you think really happened? And where do you think Liv Morgan's story goes from here? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one. If you want to keep up with every major wrestling story as it breaks, subscribe to Wrestling Streams and hit that notification bell, because we cover it first, and we cover it right. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button. It takes 2 seconds and it genuinely helps this channel reach more wrestling fans just like you. Until next time, stay locked in, stay passionate, and never stop watching. Peace.